length of seams, and other factors. Another kind of test of great importance for certain fabrics is the flammability test. Practically all clothing fabrics will burn, but how fast they burn is the measure of their relative safety. Samples are dried in an oven, cooled in dry air, then mounted in the tester. The small flame is applied to the fabric sample for 1 second, and the rate of burning is recorded. This highly flammable material is obviously not safe. A slow rate of burning is satisfactory. This particular sample did not even ignite. Another type of testing controls the quality of rainwear. Fabrics tested by this hydrostatic pressure device must remain waterproof for at least an hour under the pressure of a measured column of water. This spray test makes sure sufficient water-repellent compound has been used to give the fabric adequate protection. This test duplicates various rainy weather conditions to see whether the fabric construction and its water-repellent finish are suitable for use in rainwear. Materials can be subjected to a spray equivalent to a light shower, a moderate rain, or a heavy rainstorm. Laboratory quality control is applied to many other fabrics too. Yard goods, for instance. In the yard goods sample room, buyers, manufacturers, and artists meet to plan production. Color, design, and style trends are the subjects of constant study and discussion. Hundreds of new prints are brought out each year. Designed and produced especially for the thousands of women who sew at home, these fabrics are not only excellent dress materials, but can be used for curtains and the many other things a clever woman can make at home. And now let's see what is done in the laboratory to ensure customer satisfaction. For one thing, these fabrics are tested in a laundrometer, a scientifically designed washing machine for laboratory use. The individual samples to be tested are attached to white test cloths and put in separate jars containing steel balls and a solution of soap and washing soda. These tests can be varied to duplicate different laundering conditions. They can be agitated like this for 45 minutes at 160 degrees to see whether the fabrics may safely be sent to an ordinary commercial laundry. To see the results, samples are removed from the jars and examined. This sample has failed the test, coloring the wash water, fading, and staining the white test cloth. This higher quality print has come through the test with flying colors, not a trace of fading or staining. In these machines, called fadeometers, the exact degree of light fading can be tested for cottons, drapery, and upholstery materials, and fabrics used for making outdoor wear. Samples are exposed to rays of light relatively brighter than the sun, more than long enough to determine resistance to fading. At the end of the test, the part of the sample exposed to the light is compared with the part which was protected from the light. This sample shows considerable fading and will be rejected until a correction in the dye has been made. But the other sample has not faded at all and will be approved. Printed or dyed fabrics are tested for crocking to see whether the dye will rub off and stain other materials. This fine quality print did not stain the test cloth, but the other test cloth shows the result of a test on a fabric which was not approved. Colors may also fade and run due to the action of perspiration. This test will determine whether any of the textile fibers will be affected. Each sample is placed against a test cloth woven in strips of wool, rayon, silk, cotton, acetate, and nylon, wetted in synthetic perspiration, and then held under pressure and placed in an incubator kept at body temperature. Later, the samples are removed from the incubator and examined for color fading and staining of the test cloths. This sample has stained all of the strips of fabric, while the satisfactory sample has stained none of them. There's a very special test for acetate fabrics of certain colors for gas fading, which means color change due to atmospheric gases produced when air comes in contact with hot metal. And so the work of laboratory testing as a means of quality control continues. The fascinating application of scientific research and analysis to the problems of producing satisfactory merchandise for the customers in America's retail stores. The merchandise which, once it has been tested and approved, is stocked and sold by the retailers as a genuine service to the people in their communities. The continuing job of creating merchandise to meet precise human needs, is made possible only by modern methods of quality control. Whether it's hosiery, a pair of shoes, a shirt, or whatever the customer buys, it must represent the best value possible at the price. And responsible retailers can offer just such values, largely because of the part played by quality control in modern merchandising.